welcome to this webinar on social impact, communication, and transparency. As organizations become increasingly involved in environmental and social initiatives, it is not enough to simply take action. They must also communicate these actions honestly, transparently, and responsibly. In today's session, we will explore how clear communication builds trust, supports civic participation, and helps people distinguish between genuine sustainability efforts and misleading claims. Today's webinar is divided into 6 sections. We will begin by discussing social impact communication and why transparency matters. We will then explore digital participation, sustainability communication, and ethical communication practices. Finally, we will look at the importance of evaluating online information and recognizing misinformation and greenwashing. By the end of this webinar, you should be able to explain the importance of transparency in digital communication. You will be able to evaluate communication practices related to social impact, analyze how digital technologies support participation and collaboration, assess the reliability of online information, and justify communication using principles of transparency and accountability. These skills are becoming increasingly important as organizations rely more heavily on digital platforms to communicate with the public. Let's begin with social impact communication. This refers to how organizations communicate the positive social and environmental contributions they make. Whether it's promoting recycling initiatives, fundraising campaigns, or public health programs, effective communication helps communities understand what organizations are doing and why it matters. Digital channels such as social media, websites, and online awareness campaigns allow organizations to reach large audiences quickly. However, communication should never simply promote achievements. It should also provide accurate information, measurable outcomes, and clear explanations so that people can make informed decisions and participate with confidence. Transparency is one of the foundations of effective communication. People are more likely to trust organizations when information is clear, accurate, and supported by evidence. Transparent communication means reporting honestly, using reliable data, and providing sources whenever possible. This openness builds public confidence and encourages responsible participation. In contrast, vague claims or unsupported statements can quickly reduce trust, particularly in digital environments where information spreads rapidly. Digital technologies have transformed how people engage with society. Today, citizens can participate through online consultations, community platforms, digital petitions, and collaborative projects. These technologies make participation easier by removing geographical barriers and allowing more people to contribute their ideas. Digital platforms also support collaboration between governments, organizations, and communities, helping people work together to solve shared challenges. When used responsibly, technology strengthens inclusion and democratic participation. Social media plays an important role in raising awareness about social and environmental issues. It allows organizations to share initiatives, encourage volunteering, and promote community action. However, the speed of social media also creates risks. False statistics, misleading images, and inaccurate claims can spread very quickly. For these reasons, organizations have a responsibility to verify information before sharing it, while individuals should develop the habit of checking sources before believing or reposting them online content. Being digitally relate means more than simply accessing information. It means evaluating it critically. Whenever we encounter information online, we should ask several questions. Who created it? Is the source reliable? Does it include evidence? Can the information be confirmed by another trustworthy resource? Critical evaluation helps us recognize bias, identify misleading claims, and avoid spreading misinformation ourselves. This is an essential skill for responsible digital citizenship. Sustainability communication combines environmental responsibility with social responsibility. Organizations communicate how they reduce environmental impacts, support communities, and promote equal opportunities. But communication should also be measurable. Rather than making broad claims, organizations should provide evidence, statistics, and progress reports that demonstrate real impact. Transparent reporting allows communities to evaluate whether sustainability goals are actually being achieved and strengthens accountability over time. Digital communication doesn't only inform people, it also brings them together. Communities now organize online volunteering programs, sustainability campaigns, and social initiatives using collaboration platforms using Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and other digital tools. Online petition and awareness campaigns also enable citizens to participate in issues that matters to them. These technologies encourage cooperation between organizations and communities, making collective action more accessible and more effective. Ethical communication means sharing information responsibly and respectfully. It requires honesty, fairness, and accessibility. Organizations should avoid manipulating information or exaggerating achievements. Instead, communication should be inclusive, respectful of different audiences, and based on verified evidence. Ethical communication strengthens long-term relationships because people are far more likely to trust organizations that communicate openly and responsibly. One of the biggest challenges in sustainability communication is greenwashing. Greenwashing occurs when organizations exaggerate or mispresent their environmental performance in order to appear more sustainable than they actually are. For example, a company may describe a product as environmentally friendly without providing any support or evidence. At the same time, misinformation spreads quickly through social media. False statistics, manipulated images, and misleading social media posts can easily influence public opinion. This is why critical thinking, evidence, and fact-checking are essential before accepting or sharing information online. Education plays an important role in preparing responsible digital citizens. Learners need skills in critical thinking, evaluating online information, and communicating ethically. Collaborative digital activities also help develop teamwork and problem solving. For example, students may analyze sustainability advertisements, identify possible greenwashing, or create awareness campaigns that promote ethical communication. These activities prepare learners for responsible participation in both their personal life and professional lives. Let's summarize today's webinar. Transparent communication builds public trust. Digital technologies strengthen participation and collaboration. Critical evaluation helps reduce misinformation. Responsible sustainability communication depends on evidence and accountability. And finally, education develops the digital literacy skills needed to participate responsibly in today's digital society. Thank you for joining this webinar.